Have you ever wondered why some people work harder than anyone else, yet money always seems to slip through their fingers, while others, who don't appear to be struggling at all, somehow attract wealth with ease? Think of money as a river. For some, the river is always dry, no matter how desperately they dig. For others, the river flows so naturally, it feels as though abundance is their birthright. The difference is not luck, it's alignment. Here's the truth that may surprise you. You don't get rich by chasing money, you get rich by becoming the kind of person that money is drawn to. Like a magnet. This journey isn't just about tips or strategies, it's about shifting who you are, the deepest level your mindset, your habits, and the energy you radiate. These 7 ways to attract more money are not tricks. They are timeless principles, proven again and again, that transform scarcity into abundance. So take a deep breath, let go of distractions, and open your heart. Because what you're about to hear is more than financial advice. It's an invitation to step into a new relationship with wealth, with possibility, and with yourself. And now, let us begin with the very first way. Number 1. Positive money affirmations. Imagine this. Every single day, from the moment you wake up, your mind is speaking to you. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it shouts, but it never stops. Now here's the truth. Most people's inner voice is full of doubt, fear, and scarcity. They repeat the same silent sentences. I can't afford this. Money is hard to get. Rich people are lucky, not like me. Without realizing it, these quiet affirmations become a self-fulfilling prophecy. But what if you could rewrite the script? What if instead of programming your mind with fear, you began to program it with wealth, with abundance, with possibility? Positive money affirmations are not magic spells. They're reminders. They're like seeds that you plant inside your subconscious. And when watered with belief and repeated with consistency, those seeds begin to grow. They change the way you act, the way you see opportunities, and eventually the way money flows into your life. Think about it this way. The subconscious mind doesn't argue. It accepts what you feed it. If you constantly affirm, I am always broke, I can't make it, your subconscious agrees and then quietly sabotages your ability to recognize opportunities. But when you affirm, money flows to me easily and consistently. I am worthy of abundance. Every day I grow richer in every way. Your subconscious accepts this new reality. Suddenly, you're not fighting against yourself anymore. You're aligned. Let me give you an example. There was once a woman who struggled. For years financially, every bill felt like a mountain. Every paycheck disappeared too quickly. She discovered affirmations almost by accident and decided, with nothing left to lose, to try them. At first, it felt ridiculous to stand in front of the mirror and say, I am wealthy. I attract money effortlessly. Her logical mind laughed, but she kept going day after day. Slowly, she noticed changes not in her bank account immediately, but in her confidence, in her decisions, in the way she carried herself. Opportunities she once ignored now felt natural. To step into within 2 years, her income tripled. She didn't win the lottery. She simply rewired her inner dialogue, and her life followed. This is the real power of affirmations. They don't instantly drop bags of money at your door, but they prepare you to think, feel, and act like someone who deserves and attracts abundance. And when your inner world shifts, your outer world responds. So, here's a simple practice you can start today. Every morning, before you even touch your phone or step into the noise of the world, speak 3 money affirmations aloud. Feel them, don't just say them. For example, I am worthy of financial abundance. Money flows to me from expected and unexpected sources. I use money to create a life of freedom and purpose. Say them slowly, with breath, with belief, when if belief is not there yet. Say them anyway, because belief grows with repetition. And here's the beautiful part. Affirmations aren't only about attracting money, they attract a new version of you, a version that is confident, open, receptive, and ready for the opportunities life is already placing in your path. When you speak these affirmations, you're not just repeating words, you're giving yourself permission to expand. You're telling the universe, more importantly, yourself, I am ready for more now. As we close this first number, let this thought sink deeply. Money doesn't start in your wallet, it starts in your words, and the words you choose today will shape the wealth you experience tomorrow. Number 2, generosity mindset. If money is energy, then generosity is the current that keeps it flowing. Think for a moment. Have you ever noticed that people who give freely, whether it's time, wisdom, or resources, always seem to live in greater abundance? It's almost as if the universe rushes to fill the space created by their giving. Here's the paradox of wealth. The tighter you cling to money, the faster it slips away. But when you open your hand, when you release some of what you have, you create room for more to arrive. Generosity is not about reckless spending. It's about recognizing that money is a tool, a servant, not a master. Let me tell you a story. A small cafe owner struggled for years just to stay afloat. One day, instead of cutting costs even further, she tried something different. She started giving away free coffee refills, and sometimes even slipped an extra pastry to loyal customers. At first, it seemed counterintuitive. She was already barely breaking even, but something shifted. Word spread about her generosity, and soon the cafe was buzzing with people. What she gave away with, one hand returned to her with the other tenfold. That's the secret. Generosity multiplies, not just in money, but in relationships, in opportunities, in goodwill, and money follows trust, goodwill, and value. You don't need to give away half your bank account to live in a generosity mindset. It begins small, leaving a tip that surprises someone, sharing knowledge without expecting anything in return, helping a friend without calculating what you'll get back. Each act whispers to the universe, I trust there will always be more. Because here's the deeper truth: generosity is not about money at all. It's about faith. Faith that you live in an abundant universe. Faith that releasing value doesn't diminish you, but expands you. Faith that giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. So let this practice guide you. Once a day, ask yourself, where can I add value? Where can I give even just a little? It may be your money, your time, your encouragement, whatever it is, do it freely, and notice how life responds. And as we move forward, remember this: the hand that gives is the same hand that receives. By living generously, you keep the river of abundance flowing through your life. Number 3, visualizing abundance. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You're walking through your dream home. The colors on the walls, the light pouring in from the windows, the feeling of comfort and safety, it's all so real you can almost touch it. You open the door to your dream car, or you see yourself traveling to the places you've always longed for. In that instant, your mind cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. That is the power of visualization. Before anything exists in the physical world, it first exists in the unseen world of thought and imagination. Every building you've ever entered, every invention you've ever used, every fortune ever made, it all started as a picture in someone's mind. Visualization is more than daydreaming. It's intentional. It's painting a clear, vibrant picture of the life you desire and holding it long enough for your subconscious to begin aligning with it. The clearer the picture, the stronger the pull. Think of athletes. The most successful ones don't just train their bodies, they train their minds. Before a race, they visualize every step, every movement, every breath. By the time they're on the track, they've already run the race 100 times in their imagination. Their body simply follows what the mind has rehearsed. The same principle applies to wealth. When you visualize abundance, you begin to prepare your mind to recognize opportunities. that bring it to life. You stop saying, "That's impossible," and start asking, "What if it's already on the way?" Here's a practice you can try each morning or evening. Take 5 quiet minutes. Close your eyes. See yourself living the financial life you desire. See yourself paying bills with ease, smiling as you invest, giving generously, celebrating your milestones. Add sound, color, even emotion. The more senses you involve, the more real it becomes. And don't just see the image, feel it. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the sense of security. Because emotions are the glue that makes your vision stick. When you feel it deeply, your subconscious starts treating it as truth. And when your subconscious accepts it, your actions begin to shift naturally toward making it real. Remember this, what the mind life eventually performs. You're not fooling yourself by visualizing abundance, you're training yourself to expect it, and expectation is one of the most powerful forces of attraction. So, visualize boldly, not with desperation, but with calm certainty, as if abundance is already yours. Because in many ways, it already is. And as we carry this vision forward, let's talk about something equally powerful, the very skills that transform dreams into reality. Because it's one thing to see wealth in your mind, and another to bring it into your hands. That's where leveraging your skills becomes the bridge. Number 4, leveraging skills. Here's a simple truth. Money doesn't flow to effort alone, it flows to skill. 2 people can work the same number of hours, yet one earns barely enough to survive, while the other earns more in a single day than most people make in a month. The difference? It isn't luck, it's skill. Your skills are invisible currency. They're magnets that attract opportunities, clients, promotions, and partnerships. And the more you sharpen them, the stronger the magnet becomes. Think of someone who once loved photography but saw it only as a hobby. For years, it never brought in a single dollar. They invested time in learning, editing, storytelling, and building an online portfolio. Within months, they were booking clients. Within a year, that hobby became a full-time income stream. The skill had always been there, but it was unused, unleveraged, hidden. That's what many of us do. We underestimate what we already have. We assume our skills are ordinary, forgetting it's about recognizing and expanding the ones you already carry. Ask yourself, what do people often come to me for? Help with. What do I do effortlessly that others find difficult? The answers point to skills that can be shaped into value. And value always attracts money. Here's another truth. In today's world, you don't have to wait for permission. With the internet, anyone can turn a skill into income, teaching online, creating digital products, offering services, consulting, building communities. The opportunities are endless for those who decide to use what they already have. But here's the key. You must commit to growth. Skills are like muscles. If you don't stretch them, they weaken. If you train them, they expand. The book you read, every course you take, every hour you spend practicing it all compounds. And money loves compounding. So don't just ask, how can I make more money? Ask instead, how can I make myself more valuable? Because when you grow in value, the world notices, and the money will follow. Chases excellence, and excellence is built on the foundation of skills. Now, once you've strengthened your skills, something magical happens. Those skills can begin working for you even when you're not present. That's the power of passive income, where your effort today continues to pay you tomorrow. Let's explore how to create streams of wealth that flow even while you sleep. Number 5, creating passive income. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, sunlight streaming through your window, and while you were asleep, money quietly flowed into your account. No alarm clock, no boss, no endless hours of trading your time for a paycheck, just income that arrives because you built something once, and it keeps working for you. That's the essence of passive income. It's not about doing nothing. It's about creating systems, assets, and streams of value that continue to pay you long after the initial effort is done. Think about farmers. They don't plant seeds every single day. They work hard at the beginning, preparing the soil, planting, watering. But once the crops grow, the harvest comes in waves, often larger than the initial effort would suggest. Passive income works the same way. You invest time, energy, or money upfront, and over time, the returns keep coming. Now, there are many forms of passive income. It could be investing in stocks, real estate, or index funds. It could be creating digital products like an ebook, an online course, or music that earns royalties. It could even be building a business system that runs with or without you. Here's the key. Passive income doesn't mean zero work. It means front-loaded work. It means trading short-term effort for long-term freedom. Let me share a simple story. A young teacher loved helping students learn math, but she was exhausted. Working long hours for a modest salary. One summer, she decided to record a series of video lessons and package them as an online course. The first year, it brought in a little extra money. By the third year, it was earning more than her full-time teaching job without her having to redo the lessons every day. Her work from the past kept rewarding her in the present. Passive income is not just about money, it's about time, because true wealth is freedom. The freedom to choose how you spend your hours, who you spend them with, and what kind of life you design. Here's a reflection for you. What can you create once that keeps creating value forever? Maybe it's an investment, maybe it's content, maybe it's a system. Whatever it is, plant those seeds now. The sooner you plant, the sooner you harvest. Remember this, when money works for you, you no longer have to work only for money. And while building passive income frees your time. The truth is, wealth doesn't grow in isolation. Opportunities, ideas, and doors often open through people. That's why your next step in attracting money is learning how to build valuable connections. Number 6, building valuable connections. Money may begin with mindset and skills, but it often multiplies through people. Wealth flows through relationships, through trust, collaboration, and the doors that open when you know the right person. Or when the right person knows you, think of opportunities as keys. Some keys are hidden behind doors you cannot reach alone. But when you build genuine connections, someone else may hand you the very key you've been searching for. Here's a story. A young entrepreneur struggled for years trying to grow her small business. She worked tirelessly but kept hitting walls: limited resources, limited visibility, limited support. One day she attended a networking event. Even though she felt nervous and out of place, there she met a mentor who not only guided her but also introduced her to investors and partners. Within 2 years, her struggling business turned into a thriving company. It wasn't just her effort, it was the connections she built. But here's the secret. Valuable connections are not about taking, they're about giving. People can sense when you're only interested in what they can do for you. Real relationships grow when you bring value first, when you listen, share, encourage, and contribute. The most successful people are not the ones who know the most people. They're the ones who make others feel valued and seen. Ask yourself, am I building bridges or burning them? Am I cultivating relationships or am I only chasing transactions? Building valuable connections also means being intentional with your circle. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, who challenge you to grow, who remind you of possibility instead of limitation. Because energy is contagious and the right people can accelerate your journey more than years of effort alone. Here's a practical step. Reach out to one person this week without asking for anything. Send a message of encouragement. Share a resource. Express gratitude. Over time, these small acts weave a web of trust and goodwill that money naturally flows through. Remember, wealth is not just what you know or what you do. It's also who walks beside you. But here's the thing. Even with affirmations, generosity, vision, skills, passive income, and connections, money can still slip away if you don't master one final principle: discipline. Because attracting money is one step, keeping it, growing it, and honoring it requires the power of financial discipline. Number 7. Staying disciplined with finances. Attracting money is powerful, but here's the truth. What you do once the money arrives determines whether abundance stays, grows, or disappears. Wealth without discipline is like water poured into a broken cup. It leaks away, no matter how much you keep adding. Many people think the secret is more income, but income without discipline creates the same story on a larger scale. That's why you see people win the lottery, inherit fortunes, or land high-paying jobs, yet years later, they are broke again. Why? Because they never built the structure. To hold their wealth, discipline is that structure. It's the container that keeps abundance safe. It's the quiet power behind lasting wealth. Think of money like a garden. You can plant seeds of abundance, water them with generosity and skill, and even see them grow. But if you don't regularly prune, protect, and care for the soil, weeds take over in the same way. Financial discipline protects your abundance from being consumed by impulse, waste, or neglect. What does discipline look like? It's simple. Though not always easy, it's creating a budget and honoring it. It's saving before spending. It's tracking your expenses, so every dollar has a purpose. It's resisting the urge to spend for status, and instead investing for growth. And discipline doesn't mean deprivation, it means direction. It means telling your money where to go. Instead of wondering where it went, here's a story. A man once earned very little, but he decided to live by a principle: save 10% of every dollar he made, no matter what. For years, it felt slow, even pointless, but over time, something amazing happened. His savings grew, his investments multiplied. When opportunities came, he had the resources to seize them. Discipline turned small beginnings into financial freedom. Remember, it's not what you make, it's what you keep and grow that builds wealth. So ask yourself, am I the master of my money, or is money the master of me? Discipline ensures that when abundance enters your life, it doesn't vanish, it multiplies. And now, as we close this journey through the 7 ways to attract more money, it's time to bring everything together, because these are not just strategies, are stepping stones into a new identity. Let's move into the conclusion, where we anchor these truths and awaken the unshakable belief that you are ready for abundance. Final reminder, stepping into abundance. You've now walked through 7 simple yet deeply powerful ways to attract more money, and as you reflect, notice how each step is more than just a financial tool. It's a life principle. Showed you that wealth begins in your words and your beliefs. Generosity revealed that giving opens the flow of receiving. Visualization taught you that what you see in your mind, you invite into your life. Leveraging your skills reminded you that your hidden talents are golden keys. Passive income revealed the power of building streams that keep flowing. Connections showed that wealth often comes through people, not just effort, and discipline anchored it all, because without structure, abundance cannot last. 7 ways woven together, forming not just a strategy, but a way of living. Now, pause and ask yourself, what if I truly embodied even one of these today? What if you spoke wealth into your mornings? What if you gave more than you thought you could? What if you saw your dreams so vividly that they began to feel inevitable? What if you leveraged your gifts, built new streams of income, nurtured connections, and honored your money with discipline? The answer is simple. Your life would not only change, it would expand. Here's the truth. Money has never been the destination. It's the reflection. It mirrors who you are becoming when you grow. Money grows with you. When you align, money finds its way to you. So let this not be the end of a recording, but the beginning of a transformation. Don't just listen, live it. Choose one practice today and embody it fully, because every small shift compounds into extraordinary results, and as you step forward, carry this affirmation in your heart. I am worthy of abundance. I attract money with ease. I use my wealth to create freedom, purpose, and joy, not just for myself, but for the world around me. Take a deep breath. Feel the truth of those words. Let them sink into your spirit, because the future you desire is not waiting for luck. It's waiting for you. Now is your time. Step into it. Live it, and let abundance become your natural way of being. Thank you for spending this moment with Awaken Light Audio. If something today touched your heart or opened your mind, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments. What spoke to you most? Tell us about your journey, your questions, your breakthroughs, and let us know what you'd love to hear next. Subscribe to stay connected. And if this message could uplift someone you care about, send it their way, because light grows when it's shared. Until next time, stay present, stay awakened, and keep becoming who you're meant to be.